Hello, my wonderful students. This is part 2 of our first foldable. Part 2, and the rational expression we're solving for today is 13 over x plus 1 equal to x plus 8 over x plus 1. So same thing that we did in the first one, we're going to look for the LCD, which is our lowest common denominator. So our LCD, lowest common denominator. And I can see here that they both share the same. So it makes it easy. We actually have our lowest common denominator is actually equal to x plus 1. So I know how you guys don't really like fractions. So the reason why we're looking for the LCD for this one is because we're going to multiply by x plus 1 in order to clear the fraction. I'm going to show you how right now. So we're going to take this whole expression and we're going to multiply all of it by x plus 1. Alright, so our first expression here we would have our x plus 1, that's what we're multiplying, times our 13 over x plus 1. So that's this here, we're just multiplying the x plus 1 there, equal to our x plus 8 over x plus 1 multiplied by our x plus 1. So now we have something we can reduce now. We have our common factors. So we see here we have our common factors, our x plus 1 here, and then our x plus 1 here. On this side, we can reduce these. And then we also have our x plus 1 on this side, and our x plus 1 on this side, which we're also going to reduce. And what we're left with is our 13 equal to our x plus 8. So we can subtract 8 to both sides, and we get that 13 minus 8 is 5, is equal to x, because this is 0. But using the associated property, again, we can say that x is equal to 5. It's the same thing, 5 equal to x equal to 5. So this is our solution. Okay. So now we're going to do let's do our check first. So we're going to do our check. No, let's do our excluded values first, because remember, if we get an excluded value and it equals to 5, then for sure we don't even have to do our check because we know it's an extraneous solution and it doesn't work. So let's do our excluded value first. Excluded value. Oops. I don't know how to spell. Sorry, that's why I'm a math teacher. All right, so their excluded value, if you guys remember, it's based on the on the original function of the denominators. So for this one would be like the lowest common denominator that we used. So it's our x plus 1. So we have our x plus 1 and we set it equal to 0. And we see if we subtract 1 to both sides, we get that x is equal to -1. So our excluded value is -1, which is good because it's not 5. So now we can do our check. So our check's going to be here. So we're going to check that x is equal to 5. So in order to do that, same thing, we're going to plug it into the original equation. We have 13 over 5 plus 1, because our x is 5 here, equal to our, not x, because x is now 5, right? So our x plus 8 would be our 5 plus 8 over our x plus 1, which is our 5 plus 1. So I can do the quick math really quick, and I see that 13 is still 13, 5 plus 1 is 6, and this is equal to 5 plus 8 is 13, and 5 plus 1 is 6. So we have our check. This is a true statement. Okay, so now we write our conclusion. We have, therefore, x equals 5 is the solution and not an extraneous solution. Let's go ahead and box that answer up as well. It's muy importante to. That's our part 2.